Hello everybody and welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup. I think a majority of the products here are going to be new to me. I did a little bit of shopping and I bought a bunch of stuff that caught my eye. So I'm excited to try these things out, and I do have a couple things that arrived to me this week in PR as well. So it should be a fun variety of things today. So before we get into today's video, I'd love for you to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. So what really brought on this little shopping spree was that I needed to repurchase one of my favorite primers. This is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. I have like one or two uses left out of my old one and I can't go without it, so I needed another one of those. But I don't think I'm actually going to prime today because I am going to be using a new complexion product. Well, this is new in Canada. It's been in the States for a while now, but since it has SPF, it took a long time to get approved here. This is the e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream. It has SPF 30 and it's a color correcting full coverage natural finish CC cream. I'm excited to try it out. They sent over two shades and both of them were a bit too light for me, so I ended up purchasing a deeper shade so I can kind of custom make my perfect color. So let's try this out. I'll swatch the shades I have. This first one is the shade Fair 120. Pretty light for me. Then the other shade they sent to me was Fair 150, which looks a bit more pink. And then the shade I purchased was Light 280, which looks pretty dark. So there we are, those are the three shades. I feel like my best bet would be mixing this one with a little bit of this one because this is just really pink on me and I feel like it's going to make my skin look kind of gray. I usually lean towards neutrals or warms. Really depends on the brand. I'm going to start off with a 50-50 amount of those two, so 120 and 280. I feel like that's getting there. I feel like that's still a bit light, so I'm gonna add a bit more of 280 in there. I feel like that's about right. And I'm going to be applying that with my favorite little Royal & Langnickel complexion brush. This does have quite a bit of coverage. Okay, so looking at this immediately applied, I'm not mad at it at all. I was quite surprised at how much coverage was in so little product, and it stretched quite a bit. It does have a little bit of a stickier formula though, so I did have to work at it so it didn't look patchy. It doesn't look patchy at all, it just took a little bit more, I don't like saying elbow grease, but I don't know what else to say, to like get it blended out. But now that it's on, I think it's beautiful. The finish feels really nice and lightweight. I like the glow that I'm seeing. It's kind of like a nice everyday glow. That also could be coming from like my skin prep as well, but I think it's laying on top of my skin prep quite nicely. I wish I did end up adding a little tiny little drop more of the Fair 120 because I think it did kind of darken as it's drying out, but that's okay. I'm going to be going in with concealer now, and I picked up two, so I wanted to try this one out again. I've been wanting to have this again in my collection. I've gone through so many of them in my lifetime. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Under Eye Eraser Concealer, and I also got the NYX Bare With Me Concealer. The only thing though is now that I'm looking at this in this lighting, it looks like it could be my foundation color. Like, it looks a little dark. I wanted to try this one out though because I've already gone through a couple of these. I don't know. Okay, we'll try. I ended up picking up the shade Beige. Kind of an interesting packaging. It's a little squirty one, so you have to put it on the back of your hand or something because it's kind of awkward to like squirt it under your eyes. You'd probably apply too much. I'm gonna just see it out. Okay, I feel like there's a lot more coverage than I was expecting. I feel like you guys are a little bit far. Don't be shy, come on in. I wish it was a little bit more brightening for my under eyes, but that's okay. I'll just go for like a non-highlighted look under there today. That feels quite nice actually. The texture of it feels kind of dewy, which I'd expect from the serum. My mind went straight to the Milk Makeup Sunshine Concealer, but I didn't really like that one. But this one feels like what I imagined a Sunshine Concealer to be, but it wasn't. Did that make any sense? I don't know. But I feel like I like this. It feels really nice going on. It has like a nice thicker gel consistency, kind of serum-y of course, but it's kind of rich feeling. It feels very hydrating, but once it's on, it doesn't look like an eye balm or anything like that. I don't know, it feels nice. The texture is really nice. It's not accentuating my under eyes at all, like the texture under there. I dig it, and it has a good amount of coverage. I was expecting it to be quite sheer. I was going into it thinking it was going to be like a Fenty Beauty Bright Fix kind of vibe, but it's not. I like it. Oh my god, this is actually kind of perfect. I should have put this underneath. I forgot I bought this, but I got this e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and it's like a little brush like this, and it looks like a very sheer kind of consistency. Maybe I'll have to try this out another time. I don't want to start mixing concealers under there because that's not going to be a good idea. Interesting nonetheless. So now for powder, I did purchase 2, and I ordered some stuff off Shoppers because they didn't have my shades in store, but I think they accidentally sent me 2 of the Wet n Wild Bare Focus Clarifying Finishing Powders. I don't know what happened there. I checked my receipt and I only paid for 1, so thank you to whoever packed my order. Shout out to you. I might return, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What do? I don't know. So I got that one, and I also got the e.l.f. finishing powder. This is the Prime and Stay finishing powder. Oh my god, I just caught my reflection in this fisheye lens. Oh my god, I'm kind of leaning more towards this e.l.f. one just because of its description. On the back here it says that it's a lightweight tinted powder that sets your makeup and helps blur the face for a smooth, shine-free complexion. Can be used alone or applied throughout the day for a quick touch-up. So it kind of gave me cloud set vibes. I want to do more drugstore focused videos. I know I've been doing a lot more high-end ones, so that's why I kind of got a couple things in a couple categories. I'll feature this all at one point or another this month. Let's try this under my eyes first. Just gonna tap over my little lines, taking a little fluffy brush. I want to see really up close here. Oh yeah, definitely instantly blurs. I see that happening. Ooh, I really like the looks of that up close here. I do wish I had a lighter concealer underneath because I feel like now that it mattified my under eyes, it looks a little bit darker, but it didn't darken my concealer at all. It was just because it's matte now and it doesn't reflect any light, but that is really nice. It does not look like I added another layer, so this is exciting to me. I'm going to take some on this nice brush here and I'm going to put it on my forehead. This is a Moda Radiance brush. Yes, Radiance. Wow, okay. It's very mattifying, but it doesn't feel mattifying at all, if that makes sense. Like it's not tightening my skin at all. I'm going to refrain from using it on my cheeks because I do have a cream blush. Thinking ahead here. I'm just going to set my chin though. Wow, okay, I really like that. I feel quite excited about that. So let's see how it wears on my skin. I hope it doesn't like crack or anything because that was a really fun first impression. Wow, it just feels like I'm touching dry skin. Not dry skin, but you know, like non-makeuped skin. It looks like I did forget to buy something in a bronzer or contour category, so I might have to dig something out from my collection already. I'm going for an oldie but a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. The Wet n Wild packaging is so flimsy. They need to fix it. I'm going to be taking my Moda blending fan brush to apply this. Ooh, I'm looking very summery. I'm not hating that my foundation's a little darker. It looks like I have a little tan. Just don't look at my chest. I'm just gonna add some to the bridge of my nose, a little bit higher, just for funsies. Ooh, highlighter. So I have these ones from BURT'S. I got these in PR a couple weeks ago. These are the Luminizers. Something that came across my mind like the other day when I was trying these, I was like, who's Burt? And why does he have so many beads? What's Burt's story? So they sent over Starlight and Golden Hour. I might mix the two because this one's pinky and this one looks far too deep for me. Let's do a little combo again. I'll swatch the two of them alone so you can see the undertones against my skin tone. Ooh, that one is quite pink, but it has like a nice gel formula. It kind of reminds me a lot actually of the Anastasia liquid highlighters that came out like a long time ago. Whoa, that pink one was so reflective just then. So there they are. They look like they can be quite intense. Ooh, okay. That looks like a nice color, them two mixed there. Feeling excited. They don't look glittery at all. I don't have one drugstore highlighter that I love, so I'm hoping that this one is going to be it for me, you know? I feel like they all run very glittery, or they're just like eyeshadows. You know what I mean? Like they just lay too thick on the skin. But this one looks very promising. Ooh, okay. You know what? Now that it's like going on my skin, it kind of reminds me of the Melt Cosmetics sex foils that I love so much, that they just disappear into your skin, but they do something. Like they added a ton of glow. That was really, really nice and easy to blend in. It just sinks right into your base. Wow, really hassle-free. This is by far my most favorite thing I tried today. Very, very happy with this. That is beautiful. So now for blush, I picked up 2 from Milani. I've been wanting to try these out for a long time, but the shades I wanted to pick up were always sold out. So this is the cream blush in the shade Nude Kiss. Really cute. Oh, far more sheer than I was expecting. What the heck? Okay, this is it built up 3 times on the back of my hand. And I got one of the gel cream liquid blushes in the shade Cheeky Coral. This is cute. Way more orange too. Cute. That's kind of fun. What am I doing for my eyes? I'm going to determine that real quick and I'll be right back. For my eyes, I think I'm going to be using this new little Undone Beauty quad, but I think like the orange would look good with it, but I feel like this wouldn't really flatter my skin tone, you know? I've tried a couple blush shades like this in the past and I always dislike them. I don't know, I feel like this one is safer. I don't know, I wish you guys could live vote and choose for me. I feel like I'm going to be going with this one because I know I'm gonna, yeah, you know? Although it's a really fun spring palette. It's fun to look at, but not to wear. I'm going to be taking this Huda Beauty Face Cheek Color brush. It's a nice blush brush. I'm going to dip into this one. I'm interested to see how this translates on my cheeks. Okay, maybe I just had to break it because all of a sudden it's very pigmented. Okay, thank God. Thank God I put it on my palm first. Okay, I just had to break through the first little layer. Imagine it would have been like a Rare Beauty First Impressions 2.0 situation. Ooh, okay, this is cute. I have been really falling in love with pink blushes. I like how this one has a bit of vibrancy into it, but it's still a little bit nudie. I put on a lot. Are we surprised? I really like the finish of that as well. It was worth the wait for it to come back in stock. I feel like my skin is looking fantastic. It looks so smooth and glowy and just very fresh. Happy, very happy with my results right now. But before I move on to my eyebrows and all that jazz, I'm going to set the center of my face with this e.l.f. powder. This is another product I'm feeling quite excited about. If it continues looking like this, it's pretty impressive. I feel like it's like a matte version of the Cloud Set, if that makes any sense. Like with the Cloud Set, there is a little bit of pearl in there, and it does add dimension. Like it makes your skin still look kind of creamy. Like you'll still have a glow within kind of a vibe, but this one cuts the shine completely, but it doesn't look too drying. I haven't really heard anyone talk about the products I tried out today, so I wonder if people are having similar reactions. Tell me your experiences with these products. I'm really, really interested to know. I'm just gonna quickly do my brows and prime my eyelids off camera, and I'll be right back. So my eyebrows are on, and like I was hinting a bit earlier, I have these Undone Beauty Curator eye quads, and I have 4 of them. This one is my favorite, just looks wise. I've swatched them, but I haven't put them on my eyes yet. So this one is really cute. What is it called? Where's the name? Heart of Paradise. This one's Brick by Brick. I still have the tape on, so I can't open it. This one's also cute. This is Pastel Me Everything. I like this one for this shade over here. It's like a nice duochrome. Might incorporate that. And then I have this little light toned one. Oh my god, they used like the strongest tape on here. I don't know where my scissors are at the moment, but this is Outfit Optional. One thing I will note is that there's not much depth in these. They look quite light based, so that's my only concern. This one seems to have like the most dimension though, like a lot of shimmers. So it'd be like a palette you turn to just for shimmers and not really for a full look. Like you can incorporate other palettes that you already have. Let's see what I can come up with this. I might be using these 2 right here, Heart of Paradise and Pastel Me Everything. Okay, I'm quite excited about these actually. I just did a couple swatches and they look really nice and reflective and dimensional. The green and the pinks are really, really pretty. Gorgeous. Okay, I have a loose idea. I really hope it turns out. So I'm going to be focusing with this palette here. So I'm going to start off with this shade up top here. It's a nice pink one. It has kind of like an orangey shift to it too. It's really cool. And oh, I'm gonna do this eye so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm putting this in the inner portion to begin with. Then I'm just wiping my finger, and now I'm taking the green and I'm putting it on the other side. I just dampened this kind of flat brush, and I'm going into the pink, the first shade we went in with. And I want to intensify it right on the lid here. I'm gonna try anyways. These have a very different consistency than I've ever seen or worked with, because like they're turning dark in the pan, and I have no idea where that's coming from, and they're like hard panning. I know I dampened this pink one, but it also happened to this one, which I haven't dampened. Doing the same with the green now. I just really wanted to intensify it. I dampened this tinier brush. This is a ColourPop E29, and I'm just gonna wing out the shadow a bit more than I originally planned for. I really love that lime green. That is really fun to look at. It's really pretty. Now with this little Huda Beauty Eye Artist liner, I'm going to be dampening it again with this little Mayron mixing liquid, and I'm going to dip into this deeper pink here. It's kind of like a purpley pink, and I'm going to create kind of like a random line leading out right here. Hopefully this works. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do the same right here. I dig that. Ooh, and for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna take a little bit of the green. Smart. I'm just gonna repeat that on this eye, and I'll be right back. And here are both eyes on. I really like how this turned out. I think this was a little fun palette that ignited my creativity. I feel like the shadows are a little bit different than what I'm used to. I ended up just using this one, but it was fun. I did end up kind of scraping away that hard pan, and it doesn't seem like it's happening anymore. Yeah, I enjoyed my experience with it. I don't know how much I'll like realistically use it, but that was really fun to work with, and I think the shimmers in here are really pretty and dimensional. I haven't seen duochromes or this dimensional of shadows from the drugstore in a while. I like it. So now for mascara, I have two that I've been wanting to try. I have this Annabelle Sky Limit Mascara, which looks a lot like the Skinny Mascara, but this is what the wand looks like on this one. And I also have this Essence Mascara. This is the Double Trouble Mascara, which looks like it has kind of a 2-in-1 wand. One side looks like a classic wiry wand, and the other side looks like a plasticky wand. So that's really interesting. See what I mean? And it has kind of a banana curve, a little slight one. I think I'm leaning towards this one because it has a really unique wand. But also, I really like the looks of this one because it has a very thin wand that I'd be able to get into the inner lashes, which I love detailed mascara wands. But I want to try this one. Let's see what this does. I did curl my lashes. This isn't really offering my lashes much. I tried both sides and it's just looking like a lash tint slightly, like it's a little, I don't know, it's just covering my lashes, not giving it any volume or length. Not a fan. I'm going to try the other one on my other eye. How about let's do that? That one's offering a bit more, but I don't know if I'm wowed by it either. Something I'm noticing though is like this is far longer feeling than like a classic mascara, so it feels a little uncomfortable and it feels a little bit bendy or something. Like it feels very loose, so it's not following through my lashes very well. Like I have to really concentrate. Okay, it's building up a little bit, but still not loving it. I'm gonna try to help this side out. I like that for my lower lashes much more than the top. Yeah, I don't know, not a fave, but we'll see how it wears on the lower lashes because that has potential. But then again, like I prefer the Skinny Mascara for my lower lashes because it has such a tiny wand. This one here, see, very, very different. Yeah, I don't know, not wowed by the mascaras. I don't think I'd really recommend either one. Here are the eyes all done. Kind of different, kind of fun. I like it. But other than that, let's now move on to my lips. For my lips, I'm going to first start off by lining them with this Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in the shade Bare to Comment. It's like a little pinky color. I am very distracted by my eyes. I'm really liking the way that they're shining. And now for my actual lip colors, I'm going to be using the BURT'S Gloss and Glows. So I did end up swatching the 4 for you. So this one over here is Wine Wednesday, which is my favorite color. It doesn't go with this look though. Then we have the shade Chai Time, this one right here. This one is the one I wouldn't recommend. It's the shade Winning in Pink. It's just kind of like a balm. There's not much tint or anything like that. And this one over here, which is really cute, is called Eat, Drink, and Be Cherry. Some of them are sheerer than others. They're kind of inconsistent, so I really wanted to swatch them for you so you can see what the difference is. This one right here, Chai Time, is a lot like the M Cosmetics lip cushions or the Makeup by Mario Moisture Glow lip balms. It has like that thicker glossy look, whereas these ones are very thin. So a little bit of inconsistency there, but they're nice, except this one, like I mentioned. I feel like this one might suit the most, or maybe this one. Maybe I'll mix the both of them. We'll see what happens. Let's start off with a bit of Eat, Drink, and Be Cherry. And then I'm going to take some Chai Time, and I'm just gonna dab it. I have been wearing either Chai Time or Wine Wednesday a lot. I've been reaching for them quite a bit. They feel really nice. Okay, I like that. My lips are horrendously dry in the middle, so we're just gonna ignore that. But here is the look all complete. I just brought you in so you can see everything on my skin. I think this turned out really, really cute. I like what I'm seeing. I just touched up my hair and here we are. Here's the finished final look zoomed out. I really like how it turned out. I feel like all of the colors I went in with today are very cohesive. But now let's go through the products and I'll give you my first impression thoughts. But of course, I'll update you on my feels on all of these products in my monthly roundup. So let's go in order of application today. Let's start off with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. I feel quite excited about this. I feel like it's sitting on my skin really nicely. As of right now, I feel like it's quite solid. Like it feels budge proof and I feel like it's just going to remain looking good. It hasn't moved or anything like that. It doesn't look dry in any areas. I feel like it just feels quite solid as of right now. So looking forward to trying this out again and mixing my perfect shade because I do feel like it's a little bit dark for me today, but that can be altered. So for the NYX Bear With Me Concealer, I actually feel really nicely about it. I don't know, I didn't know where that sentence was going, but it felt quite terrific. It felt really nice and promising. I really liked the texture. It felt really nice going on, and it hasn't been creasing into my little lines I have under here at all, which is quite impressive because every concealer by now would be in those little lines. So it could be a combination of this and the powder, but I am looking forward to trying this out more. I think this is the first NYX product that I enjoy in a very, very long time. I'm not a huge fan of their products. They're very hit or miss for me, mostly misses, which is kind of odd because I know they're such a favorite brand across the board. But the last product I liked from them was their eyebrow pen, but even then I don't really use that too often. But this to me feels quite special as of right now. Like I do see this in the future, if it continues looking this good, I would classify this as one of those products that kind of feel more high-end than anything. And next up for the e.l.f. powder, I feel very excited to have this. I really like the size of the powder and it does feel really nice. It was very thin going on, but it blurred the heck out of my skin, set the heck out of my skin, and I feel like my skin looks really nice and blurred. I really enjoyed this. It looked fantastic under the eyes, on my face. Another very promising powder. I see myself reaching for this one quite a bit. I'm really interested to see how this goes on top of other concealers and foundations. So far, feeling quite impressed about this one. For the blush, I actually really liked it. It was a cute color, really enjoyed the color. Happy it was more pigmented than the first little swatch I did. I feel like it might be fading away though. I feel like it's leaving me, which is making me sad. Like, where are you going? You were so cute. So that's something I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on, but it felt really nice. It blended out really easily. It was kind of more on the balmy side for a cream blush. So think of kind of a thinner version of the Tower 28 blushes if you've tried those. Or what's another? Kind of a more glowy version of the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out blushes. Or even the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek little ones. Kind of reminds me of that. It's in that realm. So we'll see if it has long-lasting qualities like those other ones I just mentioned. One of my favorite products of today though are these. I was not expecting to like them. I feel like I'm very harsh when it comes to highlighters, but these definitely impressed me and kind of blew me out of the water. I think where I highlighted, it looked really good. I loved how it just sunk right in. Didn't bother anything, just looked great. Very thin consistency. You don't even see the pearl when you look at it up close. It's just like that really nice glossy looking sheen, but it doesn't feel sticky on my cheeks at all. Like my hair doesn't get stuck to it. Feels very comfortable and non-dewy, but it looks dewy. So a win in my books. For the eyeshadow palette, now this was really fun. I think these are really pretty shimmers. They're very dimensional, very shiny. I think they're worth it if you really like the looks of this palette. I feel like with eyeshadow palettes, I kind of catch myself from like really recommending them. I feel like it's really based on your preferences and what you see yourself using. This one's fun. I see myself using this one time to time if I want like a little pop of sheen. This green right here kind of reminds me of a way more intense version of the Pat McGrath green in the Mothership 5. Just a different quality. Like this one is like a satin metallic, whereas that one is like a pressed glitter. It's just a little something different, but it reminds me of that nonetheless because it does have kind of that duochrome quality to it. I feel like this is a little bit special to me. We'll see how much I get use out of it, but I am in awe of my eye look today. I can't stop looking at my eyes whenever I see my reflection. So now moving on to the mascaras. Wasn't a fan of either, to be honest. This Double Trouble one didn't really do anything. I feel like it just gave my lashes a tint and it kind of clumped them. Not a fan. And with this Sky Limit mascara, I feel like I'd have to try it in a few more uses. Maybe it just needs to dry up in there or something. I like the wand in theory, but it was a little bit too long and kind of hard to use. I just don't really see this becoming one of my favorites. They just simply did not stand out to me today. And for these, I have been trying these out for a couple weeks now, but yeah, I recommend them. They're really cute. I recommend these 3 shades, just not that pink one because it doesn't really do much. Just get a regular lip balm. But these are really nice. They feel quite hydrating. They don't feel sticky or tacky or anything like that. They won't web while you talk. You can build them up to get them more shiny, like that glossy look, or you can build it down to kind of what I have on right now, like a nice little tint with hydration. I really like them. But there we have it. Those are all of the new products I tried out today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see from me this next month. And of course, I'll make sure to link all of the products I used in today's video in the description down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!